Morning class. Okay, before I start our lesson, please stand up and let us pray. Okay, everyone who lead a prayer. Okay. If I call your name, please say present if you are here. Okay, before we start to our next lesson, we will have a short review for our lesson yesterday. Tell me what you learned about our lesson yesterday. Yes? Okay, very good. Okay, our lesson yesterday is about the history of the Philippines. So, are you ready to move to our next lesson? Okay, well, it's good to know. So, what is our new lesson for today? Anyone can say? Yes? Okay. Our lesson for today is about the 16th President of the Philippines. So, how many presidents the Republic of the Philippines have? Yes? Okay, very good. We have 16 presidents in the Philippines. Class, the president leads the executive branch of the Philippines government. It is the commander-in-chief of the armed force of the Philippines. And we the Filipinos refers to our president as Pangulo or President. And the president served for 6 years term without possibilities of re-election. Now, let's move on to the 16th president. Who is the first president of the Philippines? Yes? Okay, very good. Very good. So, Emilio Aguinaldo. Yes, very good. He was the first president of the First Republic called what? So, very good. Malolos Republic. Now, let's move on to the Commonwealth of the Philippines under the American era. Now, who is the first president of the Commonwealth? Anyone? Yes? Okay, very good. Manuel Ruiz Quezon. Okay. And who is Manuel Quezon? Yes, very good. He is the first president of the Commonwealth. Now, let's move on to the next president of the Philippines. Who is the next president? Very good. Sergio Osmeña. Class, who is Sergio Osmeña? So, was the second president of the Commonwealth. So, he was also a Filipino statesman, founder of the National Party. So, Commonwealth era was put to an end or Japanese came to the Philippines to colonize it was replaced by the Japanese government, or called puppet government. And the only president of this era is who? Where is the president in this era? So, anyone? Yes? So, very good. Jose P. Laurel. So, next, the president. So, Manuel Acona Rojas. Class, who is next president of the Philippines? So, Elpidio Quirino. So, who is Elpidio Quirino? So, was the second president of the Third Republic of the Philippines, as the leader and the second president of the Independence Republic of the Philippines. So, then, we had Ramon Magsaysay, the third president of the Third Republic. He was best known for, successfully defeating the communist lead Hukbalahap. And he was the called idol of the masses because, according to people, he was down to earth. He ate with his hands and plant crops with the people. So, we join people to plant crops. Now, who is the next president? Anyone? Very good. Carlos P. Garcia. So, Carlos Garcia, he was the fourth president of the Third Republic of the Philippines. He was famous for his austerity program and policy. And he was also known for Filipino Muna program, which made the local harvest known and benefited both the consumer for our farmer or the producer. And then who is the next one? So, Diosdado Macapagal. Diosdado Macapagal, the fifth president, was a poet, politician, lawyer, diplomat, statesman, economist, and intellectual. So, and who was the next president of the First Republic of the Fourth Republic, also known as the Bagong Lipunan? Who? Anyone? So, Ferdinand Marcos was the sixth and last president of the Third Republic of the Philippines and the last president of Fourth Republic. And he was the Philippine lawyer, a politician who ruled by a martial law. So she called the martial law for this term. So why was he the last president of the Third Republic of the Philippines and the first president of the Fourth Republic? Because, anyone? So, yes, because he made the Fourth Republic, which is known as the Bagong Lipunan under the new Constitution. For how many years that did he rule here in the Philippines? So, very good. 21 years. He was replaced by whom? By? Okay, anyone? Yes, he was replaced by Corazon Aquino. Corazon Aquino is the first president of the Fifth Republic, and he has the first woman who became the president. So he is the first woman that he became a president. Gloria, who is the next president? So Fidel V. Ramos. So Fidel V. Ramos was the second president of the Fifth Republic. So let's move on to the next president. Who is the next president? So we have Joseph Estrada. Anyone? Who is Joseph Estrada? So I can read. Joseph Estrada was the third president of the Fifth Republic. He was a Filipino film actor and director. Later, he became a politician. So, we have Joseph Estrada, our president. But, did you know Joseph Estrada was impeached? Yes. Why was he impeached? Because of betting. So, because of that, he was replaced by his vice president. Who is this vice president of Joseph Estrada? Did you know, guys? Yes, the vice president of Joseph Estrada is Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo became the second woman who became the president of the Philippines. She is the daughter of Diosdado Macapagal. So, Gloria Arroyo is the daughter of late Diosdado Macapagal. And after Arroyo, who has become the next president? Yes, very good. Our next president is Benigno Aquino III. Benigno Aquino III was the 15th president of the Republic of the Philippines. He is the son of the late Corazon and Benigno Aquino. So, he is Benigno Aquino, who is the son of late Corazon Aquino and Benigno II. No, he is our present president. Yes, our present president is Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Rodrigo Roa Duterte is our present president in the Philippines of Philippine Republic. Okay, now here is the 16th President of the Philippines. Okay, now can anyone enumerate the 16th President here in the Philippines? Who can enumerate? Yes? Okay, very good. You did a good job in our class today. So before we end our lesson for today, let's have an activity. Are you ready, class? Yes. Okay, are you ready? So, on a one-half sheet of paper, list the name of the 16th President of the Philippines and answer the following question. Question number 1. For you, who was the best among all the President of the Philippines and why? Okay, can you get? I repeat. For you, who was the best among all the President of the Philippines and why? So, I can give you 5 minutes to answer that. You have a great job, so you finished it on the time. So, before we end our lesson, I give an assignment to pass it tomorrow. So, search more data about the 16th President and give their accomplishment and write a reflection about it. Write it on a one whole sheet of paper and pass it on the next class. So, you get? Yes. Okay, very good. Please stand up. Yes. Can anyone read the prayer again? So goodbye, class. See you on our next meeting.